Alejandro Gomez Monteverde directs the new movie Sound of Freedom, which is about a federal agent played by Jim Caviezel as he goes to save children from unfortunate sex trafficking that is going on, and it is based uh, on a true story. Now, before we get into this review, um, um, I'm of course gonna be talking about a subject that is very sensitive to and should be uh, shed a lot of awareness on. And of course, I can't really. I'm a little scared to say the full name of what we're talking about in this review on this channel, so I'm gonna be referring it to as sex trafficking, other than what it actually is. But if you guys are watching this review, you probably already know what this movie is about. And I'm just here to shed some light on topics that really should be talked about, and also if this movie does a really good job at portraying it and doing just that. So yes, guys, with all that said, let's see what I think of Sound of Freedom. Okay, guys, yes, Sound of Freedom is a movie starring Jim Caviezel as our main character, Tim Ballard, who was an actual federal agent going on this mission to save a group of a brother and sister from ex trafficking, and it's a movie that I think does do a very good job for the majority of the time, saving shedding some light on this subject, particularly through the children's point of view. You get to really see their horror, their distraught, their and you get to really see how much Tim Ballard really cared for these kids, and you it really does also set up a lot of light on just how things like this, the rescue missions, and the just all of that goes about. Now, there is not, this movie is not really graphic. You really get a sense of what's going on, obviously. It kind of sets up the kind of brutal things that are about to happen, and then it kind of cuts away. But you can obviously imagine what's going to happen if you know what these unfortunate people do to these children. So, yeah. But to get into some of my negatives on this movie, although that I do think everyone should see this movie if you want to definitely get some insight on what it's like, the Essex trafficking, and the just how to go about it, how to help, all of that. If you really want to know about more of this issue, which a lot more people should, then go see this movie. But as a film, I do think it is a very long movie and did not need to be this long. There are there is a good movie in here, but I feel like there's only so much subject material within this subject and within the true story that uh, this movie, to put in the context, is 2 hours and like 11 minutes long, 15 minutes long, or something like that. So it is one where you do get a sense of uh, the thought processes of the burglars basically stealing the children and the horrors of what um, they do to them and all of that stuff. The rescue mission, the relationship that Tim Ballard had with these children, trying to save them. Um, but it does get to a certain point where it starts getting kind of repetitive. I can also really tell the budget of this movie. I think it had a $15,000 budget, which is not a terrible budget, but you can tell that um, it does come from a lot of the repetitiveness. Um, there's a really good score in this movie. The music really helps bring the emotion out. Um, you can really tell that the music is um, really haunting and stuff to kind of try to bring the mood out of the movie. But it also, that's also repetitive throughout the whole thing. It's very, uses the same beats and stuff with the story elements and stuff throughout the whole movie. I think something that would have really helped with it, which I'm not trying to say that this should be like a major thing in the film, but I wish it was a little bit more violent. That's not to say that I know that these people do really terrible things to these children, and of course, we don't want to watch that on screen the whole time because that's very disturbing, even though that's actually what they do to these children. But I do wish, just like they do in like one or two scenes of this movie, just kind of show a little bit more of um, just the horror of what's going the start, I guess, of the horror of what's going to happen on the faces and of the children and stuff. Because you do at the beginning of this movie and most of the movie do get the sense of what's going on when they only show a little bit and then it turns to black and stuff. But they can only do that for so much time where it just kind of gets a little like, I don't know. All I can really say about this movie is, and that is like repetitive. Like it's not one that really shows everything to its full potential, I thought. Just because it tries to. I think it would have as much as it could if it was just a little bit too long. I mean, shorter. So yes, guys, that's pretty much all that I can say about this movie. Other than please go see this movie if you guys want to get enlightened on this subject. Um, um, I don't know if I'm really helpful with trying to convince you guys to see this movie or not, but I do think it really does help. It does have a passion for dealing with this issue. So if you guys really want a movie that sheds some light on this, this does a very good job at doing so. And also, stay during the credits of this movie. You'll see a countdown at the end at the credits, and at the end of that countdown is a speech by the main star Jim Caviezel about the subject and just um, what we can do as an audience and as believers that this should not be happening can help with this which this I think is a very good speech. He gives a lot of detail into just how we can help and just who we are as a society, who we can be as a society that can help with this kind of stuff. Jim Caviezel does a very good job. I just think it's also kind of tonally all over the place with trying to be intense, but also a little bit like uh, um, somber and talky kind of. It gets kind of preachy at the same time. Anyway, I was very all over the place in this review, I feel like, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. And, yeah, go see this movie. I feel like it's very good. Go form your own opinion about the whole movie critic side of stuff and stuff. But I do feel like this is a very needed movie, and it is one that I don't think I would watch again, but I'm very glad I did just because of, like I just said, the speech that Jim Caviezel did, and just the passion for trying to get rid of this issue that is very sad. So yes, guys, that is my thoughts on Sound of Freedom. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, let me know a movie that you would like me to review in the comment section, so then I can tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.